kind of game did I just get into? Oh, here's an update. I updated you guys on Twitter, but just in case you don't follow, about the thing that somebody sent me in that bag. I don't know who's responsible. There was no name, nothing like that. I can't even figure out who the fuck it was. An update on this bag, like I told you guys, I just took that bag and I just never opened it. I'm not gonna go on some sort of, you know, crazy PETA tangent or some shit like that, but I don't know how this guy sent this thing. I don't know if he just like ordered it somewhere and then just sent it in a box, or if he went to PetSmart and just bought like a little garter snake or some shit like that. I'm 90% sure that whatever was in that bag was most likely a snake, because I managed to get a frame out of there where when I picked the bag up in the video, you could probably capture it yourself. When I picked the bag up and then dropped it outside of the box, you could kind of see through the bag, since the bag is a little, you know, kind of thin, and there was sunlight there and everything. You could kind of see into the bag, and honestly, it looks just like a snake. It doesn't look like it's shaped like a spider or anything, and I would think that a spider would actually come in like a case, not a bag like that. That's something that snakes are put in. I'm 90% sure that was a snake. Now, I want to make this clear. Very, very fucking clear. Whoever sent that to me, you're actually an asshole. Like, sure, it might have been funny for a lot of you guys seeing it, and in general, I guess it, like, made the video more entertaining for you guys to watch. But the thing is, I'm almost positive that that animal died in there, and on top of that, somebody basically either ordered or captured or bought an animal just to stuff it in a bag and sent it to somebody without having any fucking idea of what they're doing with the animal's life. Like, what would I have done with the animal anyway? Because for the amount of time that it sat back there, it could have been starving to death. I don't want to talk about it extensively, but honestly, like, the more I thought about it, the more and more I got upset about it. Whatever animal was in that bag is just, it's bullshit that somebody would do that to an animal. Even if it was a fucking king cobra ready to pounce and bite my ass, it's just not funny. It's not. It's just bad. Just all around bad. Don't do that shit. Dude, I don't get it. Dude, my shot is so slow now. I mean, it's never that fast, but it was faster. My teammate's giving away my position because he wants to suck my fucking dick behind a trailer! Of course, the girl has girl in her clan tag.
Oh, fucking snipers.
She don't like snipers. That whole situation was just stressful, though. Jev's beanie left the game. So speaking of stressful, well, yesterday, as comes to no surprise, yesterday I got really annoyed, just, you know, playing games, just, you know, shit. Managed to smash my keyboard in. By the way, I just need to point out, just really quick, once again, that this keyboard is the most solid keyboard I have ever owned in my fucking life. I have smashed this thing harder than I ever will smash my future wife. In just a few months that I had it, all those years with my future wife, I will never smash her as much as I have this. It's not gonna happen. It's just not possible. So with me smashing this keyboard, these keys are kind of sharp on the edges, you know? Like, they're solid keys. They don't just, like, snap in half like plastic. Because normally when I hit this keyboard, it's like a full-on hammer fist, so it will shatter them. At least crack them or something. And they've held up every single time, so with them being, like, sharp and solid, sometimes when I hit them, especially, well, yesterday, for example, when I smashed it and a few keys flew out of it, I managed to cut my finger. I managed to cut my pinky open. It was bleeding way worse. It looked so much worse yesterday. My finger was bleeding all over the place. I had blood running down all into my palm and everything. And yesterday, I actually had to, you know, put a Band-Aid on. And I know it's gonna be like, wow, a video about Band-Aids, Jeff? Really? It's not so much I want to talk about Band-Aids, it's that I kind of want to talk about this weird thing that I really enjoyed when I was a kid. And I feel like other kids felt this way as well. Oh, man. I don't know, maybe I'm alone in this, but I think I've watched, like, cartoons and they said the same thing. There was a point that when I was a kid, I thought it was the coolest thing in the world to, like, have scabs and cuts and bruises and shit on your body, especially so you get cool-ass Band-Aids. I thought anytime a kid, like, walked around with, like, scabs and shit on his arm, got a big-ass scrape on his elbow or something like that, I was like, that kid's a fucking badass. I mean, now it's kind of different. You're just thinking, like, okay, what happened? You just got injured. Or you even just get made fun of for, you know, injuring yourself like an idiot. When I was a kid, I enjoyed getting Band-Aids. I thought it made me look like a badass. It made me look like I had like a whole bunch of adventures, and I would actually kind of like use them to try to pick up all of the girls at my school. It made me feel like, yay, I'm a badass. I get injured, I just slap a Band-Aid on it, and it's just another scar. Nothing can stop me. I also had this weird thing. I know other people have this problem now, like even like into adulthood. I seriously enjoyed picking scabs off. I mean, yeah, I know it's gross, it sounds gross, everything, but like people do that. Like people actually just pick scabs just because it's either fun or the scabs just annoy them. Honestly, it's kind of a mixture of both. Obviously, if it hurts, you're not gonna pick a fucking scab off because obviously it just hurts. Nobody has fun injuring themselves unless you're like masochistic or something. And I mean, if you are, I'm not judging. It's just I'm not. I don't like pain. Pain hurts. Pain is is painful. You just look more and more badass, like the more injured you are. That's just how it is in movies and anime and cartoons, anything. It just looks awesome. Nobody can even argue that fact. One-handed Kamehameha was so much better than a two-handed one. I'm not saying go outside and injure yourself or anything like that. I'm just saying that's what I actually used to do when I was a kid. Sometimes I would purposefully fall off my bike so the next day when I go into school, I have a new band-aid. I would actually request specific band-aids just to look more badass. Sometimes I go for the more casual, edgy look. Just get a normal band-aid, no design on it. And then other times I'm like, you know what? I want a Flintstone. I already know it's gonna happen. Somebody's parents are just gonna contact me and say some shit like, you're the reason that my child got injured or some shit like, trust me, believe it or not, it's actually happened. It happens more often than you guys actually think too. My content isn't even aimed towards children. Like, I mean, shit, I used to start my videos with warning, strong language and shit. I just figured, I mean, hey, my entire channel is pretty adult-centered. A shit ton of adult themes. I didn't change anything up. It's always been this way. But if I somehow get into some sort of like legal battle here, do not jump in front of one of Cell's attacks. Otherwise, your arm will be destroyed. And that would be bad.